Book, God at the Kitchen Table by Scott Cooper. Figuring out our own beliefs. Seek and you shall find, said Jesus, Luke 11:9. Before we can begin to teach our children our religious and moral beliefs, we need to make sure we know what they are. As a person with a natural interest in religion and philosophical issues, I've spent a lot of time sorting out my beliefs. I grew up as a Mormon in a small Northern California wine industry town of teetotalers. I was like a kid who doesn't like to ride on a theme park attraction growing up at Disney World. Originally, we attended church 18 miles away in a larger town of Napa, but eventually we had our own little group at St. Helena that met at the American Legion. Perhaps there were too few of us, and since I didn't have any Mormon friends at first, it was easy for me to feel completely connected to others of my age in the community. It was a wonderful statement about our town, about my parents that I grew up without any religious or racial sensibility. People were just like that. People were just people. It wasn't until I was 10 or 11 that it dawned on me that there were different religions. I had also assumed my friends went to different buildings for church, but that we all believed the same things. We were all still part of the same basic church. Maybe because of my early pluralistic experience and my innate interest in seriously examining the big questions of life from adolescence on, including time spent serving a Spanish-speaking Mormon mission in inner Chicago, I struggled with specific religious doctrines. I seem to have been born with a basic belief in God and as a person who enjoyed athletics and family. I greatly appreciated the Mormon emphasis on healthy living and family solidarity. My religious upbringing reinforced my faith in God and gave me a good moral anchor. But as with other historic faiths that I subsequently studied, certain beliefs and practices didn't seem reasonable or right to me on either emotional or logical level. For many people, the religious institution of their birth is a naturally comfortable and complete fit, and they do not have this struggle. I have come to appreciate the wisdom of the Dalai Lama, who wrote in The Art of Happiness, "In this world, there are so many different people, so many dispositions. There are 5 billion human beings. And in a certain way, I think we need 5 billion different religions, because there is such a variety of dispositions. I believe that each individual should embark upon a spiritual path, that it is best suited to his or her mental disposition, natural inclination, temperament, belief, family, and cultural background. Now, for example, as a Buddhist monk, I find Buddhism most suitable. But that does not mean that Buddhism is best for everyone. That's clear. It's definite. If I believed that Buddhism were best for everyone, that would be foolish, because different people who have different mental dispositions. So the variety of people calls for a variety of religions. The purpose of religion is to benefit people, and I think that if we only have one religion, after a while, it would cease to benefit many people." The Dalai Lama. That's why I also think it's important that we have different political beliefs, so that we can argue our different positions, different views. Different, I don't know. I don't think you should bring up kids in one religion or another. If you, specifically, I think if you do want them to have some kind of experiences along that way, that you take them to a variety of places so that they can see the differences and experience the differences themselves. Even though you might have your own convictions, I think it's good that you let them draw their own conclusions. those kinds of things, and show them that they can get moral teachings from a variety of sources. Anyway, it's Curious Chem, the 12th of April. Have a good day. Peace.